comedian tonight, Jacob Skolnik.
All right. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. Hag Sameach. We escaped bondage. So, great. So, keep it on theme. I'm going to talk about TED Talks. I love TED Talks. I love the fact that there is such a wide range in TED, right? You've got your TED Talks with thousands of views, and they're about the future of AI, or, the woman who took the picture of the black hole, she gave a TED Talk, 10,000 views. But the ones with millions of views, the really popular ones, are the ones where it's like people crying about how much they love flag design, or one guy being like, "Did you know your brain is like a monkey's brain? Who would have thought?" for like 25 minutes. My personal favorite TED Talk, though, is by this man that sounds like James Bitch. His name is James Veitch. He's a British comedian. He gave a whole TED Talk about how not to get scammed, right? And he had this whole slideshow about how you're going to scam the scammers. And I always thought it was funny that TED, such a learned institution, would hire some guy to talk about how not to get scammed. Their audience is better than that, right? Don't you think? And then I got scammed. All right, so we're going to lay the scene here, okay? February 7th, 2019. That is my birthday, just so you all know. This story occurs from 4:30 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. Now, I was alone, and it was raining, and this all actually happened, I swear to God. Okay, so I got a new iPhone, right? And day one, it developed a scratch. And I say developed because I did not put the scratch in that phone, and throughout all of this, I will maintain that the scratch developed. Anyway, I call up what I think is Apple customer service, and they inform me, well, this is important, actually. I call up what I think is Apple customer service, and I'm greeted by Sophia Moore. And you must become well acquainted with Sophia Moore, because she is a key character in this story. Sophia Moore says, "Well, Jacob, you're in luck. Apple has got a new policy. We're Apple customer service. We get it. You scratch your phone. What we'll do for you is we're going to send you a new iPhone for free. All you need to do, Jacob, is go to your nearest store and purchase $300 in iTunes gift cards." And I said to Sophia, "Well, that makes sense. I do have one question about this whole policy. Do you mind holding? The Village Market doesn't sell iTunes gift cards." So I went off to Walmart. Now, before I continue any further, I want to establish how stupid this actually is. Okay, so remember, February 7th, that was my birthday. I am 22 years old. We all go to a good school. Like, we are smart people. I was just told by a stranger over the phone that they would send me a new iPhone for free, and all I had to do was purchase $300 in iTunes gift cards, and I would be good. And now, if you're wondering, what are the iTunes gift cards for? They're like a safety deposit, right? When you buy a home, you put down a little safety deposit, it's refunded once you get the new iPhone, yada, 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 right? So I thought that made sense, right? I get to Walmart, and we encounter our first... Oh, 1 second. Let's discuss the fact that they are iTunes gift card money. It's not real money. I never gave the scammers my actual credit card information. They only had iTunes money. So 3 people, this was a 3-person scam. They were sharing iTunes money, which is like The Office and Candy Crush. That's all you can get with it, but that's besides the point. I get to Walmart, right? I call up Sophia. I said, "Sophia, thank you for holding. You're great as Apple customer service. We've got a problem. Walmart's run out of $100 iTunes gift cards. What do I do?" And she says, "Jacob, do they have 50? And I say, "Yes, they do, Sophia." She goes, "Get 6, and I did. So I purchased 6 $50 iTunes gift cards, and I went to my car alone, in the dark, in the rain, on my birthday, and I read all 6 cards to Sophia. Now let's remember, each one of these cards has 18 digits on the back. And Sophia didn't understand me very well, so we spent 45 minutes going over the cards. This was when I was introduced to person number 2 of the operation, Jack, the accountant. Yes, this scam, if you've been keeping tabs, has an accounting firm. So, Jack informs me that we've got problem number 2, software. Now, the scam has 2 key terms. The first being Apple customer service. They repeated that over and over again to remind you that this is Apple customer service. The second key term was software. And Jack told me that the software was screwed up because Apple software doesn't work with Walmart software when you purchase only $50 iTunes gift cards. It only works with $100 iTunes gift cards. And I said to Jack, of course. You know, we live in a world of software. I have my software. You are Apple. You have your software. Walmart is Walmart. They have their software. Sometimes they don't agree. I get it. What do I do, Jack? I want my new iPhone for free. He said, well, go to your nearest store and get $300 in $100 iTunes gift cards. And I said, but Jack, there are no $100 iTunes gift cards around. And he said, Jacob, what's your zip code? And I said, 43022. And he said, go to Kroger, and I did. So, I'm on my way to Kroger, $300 in the hole. I get to Kroger. I purchase $300 in iTunes gift cards. I go through the line. Well, that's irrelevant. And I sit in my car alone, in the dark, on my birthday, and I read to Sophia Moore 3 more cards of $100 iTunes gift cards, each one with 18 digits. This took about 20 minutes. At this point, no alarm bells had rung for me. Now, part of the reason was that after the first $300, that was the six $50 iTunes gift cards, I said to Jack, the accountant, I said, Jack, I'm a bit concerned about the $300 I've already spent. And he said, oh, I get it. Look, here's what I'm going to do. Because you're about to spend $300 more in iTunes gift cards, I will refund you the money you've already spent. And I go, great. How do I know you'll do it? He goes, I'll do it right now. And I know he did it because a sound bite that went like this played when he returned the money. Cha-ching! So I knew I got it back, right? So, this is the first alarm bell. Jack says to me, Jacob, we've got a problem. I said $600 in iTunes gift cards, not $300. You need to go back and get $600 in iTunes gift cards. And I said, Jack, I know you said $300 in iTunes gift cards. This has been going on for 2.5 hours. And Jack said, Jacob, we're Apple. We recorded this whole conversation. I can play it back to you and tell you that I said $600 in iTunes gift cards. And I said, Jack, you don't need to play it back to me. I believe you. So, I went back into Kroger. I got $600 in iTunes gift cards. Keep in mind, I am now $600 in the hole. I am stopped by the general manager of Walmart, the franchise owner. She comes out and she says, listen, nobody purchases this many gift cards. I don't know what your situation is, but you might have to think about the fact that you're getting scammed. And I said, no, but I called them. This is Apple. iTunes is Apple, right? They work with them. And she goes, we cannot sell you any more gift cards. We are not allowed. In order for me to sell you more gift cards, I have to call up a higher up in corporate and unlock them for you. If you're willing to do that, yes. And I said, okay, before I do this, I do want to test the validity of this whole scheme. So I went back to my friend Sophia, and I said, Sophia, I'm starting to have my doubts about this whole new iPhone. Here's what I'm going to do, Sophia. Give me your Apple ID. And she goes, okay, A1356B2. And I go, great. I wrote it down on a receipt. And I go, Sophia, give me your extension. And she did. And then I said, okay, Sophia, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang up. I'm going to call this number back. And if you pick up, then you are Apple. And she goes, great. And so I hung up. I called the Apple, and I was introduced to the third person of the scam, the receptionist. Mary picked up, and she goes, Jacob, I hear you're having concerns about this whole validity of Apple. We're Apple, okay? We're customer service. We're here for you. What's your extension? And I gave her the extension, and Sophia picked up. But then I said, wait a minute. We have the internet. So I looked up the number, and the first Google result was, do not give these people your iTunes gift cards. So, I know, that's it. Like, that's a bit anticlimactic. But this is where it gets great. I wanted to give them a fucking zinger after the ringer they put me through, right? So I really wanted to make them quake in their boots after they stole $600 from me. So no one fucks with Jacob Skolnik, right? No one scams me. I will get the last laugh. So I called Sophia up one last time, and I said, Sophia, I think you're full of shit. And Sophia goes, what language? We're Apple customer service. We work for you. That being said, would you like to cancel your new iPhone? And I said, Sophia, I would. And this is where I really got her, I'll have you know, Sophia, I'm gonna report you to the FCC. And Sophia hung up. I realized 15 minutes later that I had threatened Sophia with the wrong federal agency. The FCC bleeps out swears during late night television. The SEC is who you call when there's a fraud. I went back to Walmart again recently, kind of like Napoleon a la after being exiled. And they had these big signs on, and this part I'm actually, first of all, remember, this was all real, but this part is also real. They had signs on every single register, and I'm paraphrasing what the signs said, but essentially they said, do not give people iTunes gift card information, even if they say they are Apple customer service. I was like, well, really? I didn't think that. And then I realized those TED Talks, they were about me. Thank you, everyone.
Let's keep it going for Jacob.